WNJC 1360 AM, Washington Township, Philadelphia. Philadelphia's Renaissance radio station, broadcasting online at WNJC1360.com, a service of Forsyth Broadcasting.
Okay, up next is the Doc and Amy Show, the sweethearts of the air who agree to disagree about some things. Close enough?
Oh.
Ah, that's better. Hello.
There we are. Wow.
We were in the witness protection program there for a couple of seconds.
Yes, we were.
I can. I'm not sure I can hear Amy.
Can you hear me?
No, I cannot.
That's not good.
Oh well.
I can hear me.
Can you hear you? Okay.
I can hear me.
Well, all right then. We're going to assume that we're going out over the airwaves.
Yeah, we're not. Doc's just not talking to himself the whole time.
I have no idea what's happening here. So what we're doing actually is again welcoming you to the Doc and Amy Show. Again, it's 5 p.m. on Sunday. And what we have in store today, quite a few things. We have a guest that will be in later, Carla Ulrich. She's very interesting.
She's also in the witness protection program.
Yes, so that's she's going to be delayed while she gives a deposition.
Yeah.
We are also going to be talking about events and news and the further travails of Lindsay Lohan. As we
travails, that's our first word of the day.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll keep those coming.
Thank you.
We're going to be talking about holidays. We're going to be talking about coffee. We're going to be talking about many, many things.
And Lindsay Lohan.
And Lindsay, didn't I say Lindsay Lohan?
No, you didn't.
Who did I say?
You can't coffee enemas, something like that.
I said the further travails of.
Oh, you did. Oh, I don't listen that much.
Please pay attention, darling. Okay, so whatever I was talking about, you can reach us here and complain about this foolishness at 856-227-1360. That is our call-in line. We also can be found outside the Witness Protection Program on the World Wide Web at www.thedocandamyshow.com. And there's interesting things there. You can listen to archived shows. You can see our photographs. You can read our bios. You can leave us comments. And then you can probably leave the page, as most people do.
Yeah.
Say hello, darling. This is Amy.
Hello. Hello, darling.
I'm having trouble with my headphones. I'm not hearing myself or anyone else. I'm assuming that, that everything's going well enough. But
enough.
You can hear me, though, right?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you through my headphones. You can't hear me through your headphones?
That's all that matters, really.
Oh, okay. Plug yourself in there, homeboy.
Yes, I'm not hearing a thing. So
we have a guest coming on later.
We do.
She's stuck in traffic right now.
And I mentioned that, too. You should listen.
She's very funny.
She is. She's probably out there being funny right now.
Yeah, I'm sure she's having a great time stuck in traffic on the way
She
here.
is a musical comic. Her name is Carla Ulrich, and I will give you a brief kind of introduction to what she does. She's and she has quite an extensive background. She's very interesting. She has been performing her humor songs since '97 all over the United States and the United Kingdom. She's worked venues such as Club Med, numerous folk festivals, the Bluebird Cafe, all over the place. Comedy clubs, colleges, corporate events, medical events. She's very big in patient support groups. She was featured at the Alaska Palliative Care Conference. All kinds of things. She performs what is known as Carla Ulrich Professional Smart Alex. So we'll be getting into that.
Oh, I like that.
And discussing some things about what motivated her to actually do this. Now, my sweetheart of the air, who agrees to disagree with me sometimes,
most times,
and often it happens daily, has some things that she has collected, and we're going to get right into that right now, as we always do. What do you have for us first, darling?
Well, first we have to talk about the Final Four. I know that you're a huge basketball fan.
Yes, I'm not a huge anything.
We have to talk about that. So, apparently Obama has picked a Final Four, and that was a headline this week. I'm drinking Doc's coffee right now. We're having a little confusion here today.
This is
we left our brains at home.
Yes, we got here early and we still aren't prepared for the show. It's whatever.
That's great. So anyway, he has picked a Final Four for March Madness, which is the basketball teams and that thing where you bounce the ball and shoot it in the hoop.
I have heard of that.
Okay, yeah. So he picked his Final Four, and he also picked a forgettable four.
I see. Well, you can have one without the other, I suppose.
And all 4 were Kevin Costner's movies.
I see.
Do you remember Waterworld?
Highly forgettable. Yes.
Yes. Do you remember that one?
I have tried to erase that from my memory, and it is not working.
Yeah. But that movie, Field of Dreams, was pretty good, though. I think he was in that, wasn't he?
I don't know.
I don't know. But anyway, so
That's another
Obama
ball
also
game.
picked the Forgettable 4, and they were all Kevin Costner's movies. But Lindsay Lohan wanted to get in on the action as well, and she picked a Forgettable 4 of One Night Stands.
I see.
Problem
Okay.
was, she couldn't remember who she forgot.
Well, that's a list that probably dominates her conscious.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's 4
thoughts.
times 4 times 4, and not just 4. So
It's
she's
exponential.
got problems.
It's
Yes.
exponential.
Yes,
It's-
it is.
Yes,
It
there you go.
totally
Yes.
is.
We've invented a new word today.
new-
It's,
yeah.
for those who are,
Expanding
inclined
their horizons.
to promiscuity, we could call that number
That's great.
sexponential. Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Everyone has their proclivities.
So we have travails and proclivities today.
I'm glad you're keeping track of that. You're not
No,
listening to
it's-
anything I'm saying,
I
but
like
you're
the-
keeping track of my vocabulary.
I like that's my job.
That's endearing. You
So,
have no idea.
Next we have Kim Kardashian and Kanye West.
Again?
As you know, they are expecting a baby.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Who
And they're,
cares,
They're having
really?
a little girl,
Uh-huh.
and they decided to name the baby after her mom, after Kim's mom.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So they are going to name her Shallow West.
I see. Well, how appropriate. Okay, and of course, she will probably, be born at some posh shop on Rodeo Drive.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
Yes.
because we all know that Kris Jenner, who is her mom, is very shallow.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm
And
taking
money
notes.
hungry.
I thought Kris Jenner.
Bruce Jenner is the
Like a-
Olympic athlete.
Okay.
He married her.
Oh, okay.
And she was Kris Kardashian.
We're
and
going to take
Robert
this-
Kardashian was OJ's lawyer. So now OJ's lawyer's ex-wife and her family, along with a previous Olympic athlete, have a reality show. Yeah, I agree. You're preaching to the choir here.
Well,
And we had enough preaching in the last segment, so
well, okay.
I don't
well,
think
and-
we need
and-
any more of that.
Okay. All right then. Let's as we
Dig
share
our
the love with our
graves.
radio family here. Now I can hear myself. Thank you very much.
Joke.
I see. All right. I can. Thank you so much. Our Fernando, our producer here, just
Yeah.
turned my headphones on, and now I can hear what it is that everyone else is probably trying to avoid hearing.
Well, you have a comedy curriculum you've done.
Yes,
The
I do.
history of comedy. Now, maybe I'm making this
Kris
up.
Jenner was in there nowhere.
No, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. No, I'm really not. Wasn't Jesus or one of his disciples a comedian?
Disciple.
Disciples.
Disciple.
Disciples.
You didn't learn anything in the last hour, did you?
Just shush.
Oh, okay.
Weren't they one of them? Weren't they comedians? One of them? Did I just imagine that in my head?
Judas basically had a pretty bad gig there at the end, but he did he was paid for it. So
Okay.
yeah, 30 pieces of silver. Yeah. And actually, when Johnny Cochran died and went to heaven, OJ's lawyer,
Yeah.
that was his first case in heaven. He defended
Judas.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He got it declared that 30 pieces of silver is now personal use.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just over here babbling, trying to fill
No,
some time.
I just thought I remembered reading something about
That they were
that they were comedians. I don't know. Maybe I just invented that in my head.
You're drunk again,
So,
aren't you?
I am.
Good God.
Yes. I wish.
I wish you did. Just not imbibe before the show. It's
Only during.
It's hard to keep this under control the way
Yeah,
it is.
it
And here
is.
you are. You're over
It
here
is.
gassed, drawing these things out of nowhere. Okay. So we have traced the family tree of the Kardashians from the next member back to the book of
Jesus.
Genesis. Yes. Yes. They will either be named Shallow West or Eve. So whatever.
Chris begot Kim, and Kim begot Shallow, and who knows? That's the only part I remember from the Bible.
It's just
The begot part, and then I fell asleep. so.
Yes, and then begat and
Begat.
the different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Well, I would do the cricket thing again, but it's just getting. I'm probably.
That's
going to,
putting you to sleep.
It's going to be emitting smoke here before I can just see that happening.
You have to put crickets for the crickets.
Well, since we're kind of on this subject, we yesterday began the fiasco of Easter for
Yes.
our family. And the only thing that really came to my notice was that as we were leaving Amos, she was presented with 2.5 dozen painted hard-boiled eggs.
It was only 2 dozen. It was in a 2.5 dozen container.
Oh, that's better. Okay. No, apparently just for the fun of it, someone had to purchase 2.5 dozen eggs so that some children could get together and paint them up and then not eat them. So
are you the Grinch of Easter now? The Grinch who stole Easter?
but I did.
It's fun. They're kids. You didn't dye eggs when you were a kid?
No, we ate eggs when I was
Oh
a
my
kid.
gosh. It's a fun activity.
I know, but now, at our house, because of all of this activity, we have more wasted cold eggs than the Lilith Fair. I don't understand why we needed to. That couldn't have been spread around, maybe taken some to the neighbors and some, gesture
give
of
some to the
humanity.
neighbors then. Give them some cold dyed eggs. I'm sure they'll really appreciate it.
Yes, and I'll share with them this story of their, origin, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
As we're sharing stories that people really don't care to listen to. Again, and our Easter show will be next week, and as is fitting with our professionalism, we haven't the slightest idea what we're going to do.
Exactly.
We tried to get some guests. Jackie Mason couldn't make it. He apparently, would probably have nothing to do on Easter. And Charles Manson has not returned our phone calls either. 2 people I knew probably would be not busy on Easter. And that did not work out for us. So, hey, whatever.
We're on our own.
Yeah.
We're used to that. It's okay.
Yes, it's our cross to bear.
Yeah.
Basically.
Da-dum-dum.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, that probably wouldn't work out. If that were my personal ending to my life, having to, go through the same process as Jesus, I probably would have on the way to my destination have fallen and broken the cross, and that's my usual luck. Then somebody would have to run down to the hardware store and get that tube of crucifix or whatever.
I love that.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, and then because I'm
That's really funny. I have my elf microphone today.
yes,
I brought some props.
yes. Well,
Good
and-
times.
Yeah, step
An
on,
elf microphone.
step
to
on my
celebrate
line
Easter.
anytime, darling. I have no problem.
It
with
was
that.
funny.
Hmm?
I
No,
like
well, I
that.
was going
That's
to
a
go on.
keeper.
I was going to go on and say because of my low threshold for pain, as we went further through the process, they probably would have had to use liquid nails as well. But whatever. Okay, I
I don't know. Would that be more or less painful? That would be pretty painful. Don't you think?
Liquid nails?
Yeah, and then it would be like pulling on your skin. We should try it.
Are you volunteering?
No, I'm volunteering you.
I see. Well, figuratively, I've been through enough of that already. Let me see this thing.
Okay, you want the-
She brought toys today. And
So it's this elf
it's
microphone
an elf microphone.
from I forget who bought the kids.
This is Doc of the Doc and Amy Show.
He's very mature.
All right. No, we need some helium, and we can. The room would be just
it's
on
fun.
fire.
It's fun. It's a karaoke. Like instead of karaoke, a karaoke. No, it's fun. I like it. I just wanted to mix things up a little.
Yeah, and that you did, darling.
So I went into my
we've-
kids' room and
we've-
grabbed a bunch of their toys for today.
We have gone from stupid to retarded. You're mixing it up nicely. Thank you very much.
I try.
Okay.
What can I say?
The latest thing that I've been sometimes I look at the news as well, and I've got a couple of items that I happen to glean from the ether. Or the Ethernet, or whatever it was. You want to keep that over here. Never mind. We're going through some logistics here.
Yeah.
The latest rumor that I found on the internet is that Ben Affleck is a spy.
Well, he is. That's not a rumor. We all know that.
Where have I been?
Why do you think he grew the beard?
I don't know, to hide that ridiculous chin. I don't know. Look who's talking, eh? No, it said the Iranian media publishes a conspiracy theory claiming Ben Affleck is a covert agent.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, and they went so far as to go back to one of his previous movies,
Not Geely, was it?
Oh God, they would. No one
No.
going.
I'm not going to crack that one out of the ball.
Oh no, they didn't gobble that up at all.
That was horrible.
It was, yes. That was a reference that probably went right over
Yeah.
the top. But
Yeah.
anyway, they were also, because he made Argo, and they were. Iran is saying that it would cast them in a less than flattering light, I guess, and that in the making of it there was some espionage going on or something. I'm really not sure. But also in 2001 they made a movie Pearl Harbor. That they called also government propaganda, designed to pave the road to 9/11.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So Pearl Harbor, the movie, is about when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, and Argo
that's pretty
is
good
about,
spy work there, boy.
is about the Iranian hostage crisis in which they held over 400 hostages, correct?
No, they didn't hold 400 hostages. I believe it was 52 hostages
52,
for 444
for
days.
444 days.
Yes,
Okay, I got my dates
I used
mixed
to.
up. Okay.
Yes, I met one of them in my.
So that's what happened. So how could it be propaganda? I mean, that's actually what happened. So what are we propagandizing?
Have you seen the latest pictures out of Iran and what they call their flying boats, their stealth flying boats?
Yeah, I did.
That look like,
that explains it.
Yes, bathtubs
Yeah.
with wings,
Yeah.
basically, and
Yeah.
their latest stealth jet fighter that's
Yeah.
2 sizes too small,
Yeah, you
of
can't
which they
even
have
fit in
one.
it. Yeah, exactly.
I think they can, pretty much say anything. And their president, Ajad, is what I call him
Yeah,
because I,
Ajad.
yes. Now he's in a lot of trouble because there's some media
Yeah.
photographs of him
Yeah.
hugging. I forget who it was. She was hugging a woman, and that.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, it
And
was
culturally
the,
speaking, he's not supposed to hug anyone outside his
I
own
think it
family.
was Hugo Chavez's wife, grieving widow.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah, after he died at his
Yeah.
funeral. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I
That
don't think it
sounds
was
like a reasonable society.
I don't think it was so much the hugging. I think it was the groping. If you
Yeah,
look at the
yeah, when he
enlarged
grabbed her
picture,
butt.
Mhm,
Yeah,
yes.
I think that's what really set them off.
yes.
Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. It's
Yeah.
craziness.
Well, some people, become president, go to England and grope the Queen. So
Yeah,
we won't go there.
yeah, we won't go there today. We're going to be nice to Obama today.
No, we're not. You are. I have something I found on Snopes, so it has been adequately fact checked.
Okay.
And I'll get to that later.
Oh no, you're going to keep me waiting.
I am, just because it's the
man.
kind of guy I am.
Oh man.
Well, it's it adds to the sensationalism of what we do. This is a suspense
It's
factor.
very sensational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I brought the little cricket noise. Yes. So some of the other things I was now. Do you have another tidbit?
Well,
for
you
us?
can
It's just-
talk. Keep talking.
It's what I do.
I can just,
Well,
I can wait.
I did look at the some, and I just look around the internet and the world at large, and I find goofy things.
There's lots of inspiration.
There is for
There
this
is.
show. Just
Yep.
about everything is fair game.
Definitely.
And I got on this subject. How don't ask, because either I don't know or I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah.
On coffee enemas.
Oh.
You've heard of this phenomenon.
Oh yeah.
You say that, okay. I'm glad
Ugh.
that was a painful expression.
Yes,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was. It doesn't
Yeah.
sound very
Well,
inviting.
the idea is that it has a cleansing effect to the liver. It's kind of a detoxifying
Right.
thing.
Right.
And I thought, this is an interesting idea. This is what a
Yeah.
concept. So I decided to look into opening a coffee enema emporium.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm actually developing the equipment for it. It's the machine that delivers this is going to be called a Procto Silex. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And where is that rim shot, by the way?
Nah.
We will be. There will be
Dunk.
two formulas. There will be the espresso.
Oh.
And the cappuccino.
The Crappuccino.
Yes, you
Oh
betcha.
yeah, it's all
You
about
betcha.
the Crappuccino.
Yes.
You betcha.
And the commercials will be in the true spirit of the commercials from the past, all the coffee commercials.
Yeah.
Mrs. Holson will come to the
Nah.
door. There'll be franchises called Starbutts.
Starbucks.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. That sounds like you're on to something there.
Yes, and the probably the prevailing request will be hold the cream.
Yeah. Oh my God! Somebody help me.
Somebody help me.
It's just not right. I'll never drink Dunkin' Donuts again.
That's probably
That's really not true.
no, it's not.
'Cause I love
you
my
got a
Dunkin'
Dunkin' Donuts
Donuts.
cup sitting right here on the table.
I'm getting a Dunkin' Donuts tattoo this weekend. I haven't broken it to you yet.
Let's see. Let's
love
see
my
how
Dunkin' Donuts.
let's see how creatively we can express the thought of a donut tattoo and where it might go.
No, I love my Dunkin' Donuts. You
I
can
like-
take Starbucks.
I like Munchkins. Maybe you could work on that. concept.
Yeah, okay. No, I love my donkey cheese. My dad calls it donkey cheese.
Yeah, well,
Don't ask me why.
as of last night, your dad informed us that he was fishing in a meadow. And in his defense, it was his birthday party, and he was leading the.
My dad is
Yes.
very entertaining.
He was celebrating.
He is a lot of fun.
He was absolutely
Yes, he
celebrating, and
is.
I commend him for that. I
Yeah,
was completely
it's
behind
all
it.
about it, man. It's your birthday. You got to have fun.
And that's right. And
Yep.
it was quite a time.
Yeah.
We had and there were adults and children just
Frolicking.
acting interchangeably.
That's what it's all about.
Yes, and we ended up with 2.5 dozen cold green eggs.
Yeah, we
yes,
took home.
Yummy.
Yummy.
I'm actually. I should develop one of the. And when I was a kid, we used to take tin cans.
Okay.
Real, not the aluminum sissy tin cans they have
Right.
today. These were like the gnarly number 10 cans that you had to really open to
Yeah.
work open, and we would duct tape them together.
Okay.
Very securely.
Okay.
Open both ends of all the cans, but the bottom one. The bottom one we would use like the triangular can opener, the church key thing.
Okay.
And so that we could put lighter fluid in the bottom, allow that to expand and vaporize a little bit, drop a tennis ball in the other end, five or six cans together, and touch it off with a match, and it would shoot that tennis ball about 5 blocks.
Oh my gosh! And how old were you when you did this?
You're insinuating that I have since stopped doing this. It's fun.
Seriously, that doesn't sound very safe.
Who cares?
Lighter
Everything can't
fluid?
be safe.
You could have lit yourself on fire.
What do you expect us to launch it with milk?
Ovaltine.
Yes, it's the
The
coffee.
Ovaltine
yes.
rocket.
The byproduct of the
Oh,
coffee enema.
That's a whole other story. Anyway,
Well, and give
you never told me that before. That's
What?
a new story I haven't heard.
which the coffee enema.
So it's
or the-
refreshing because usually I hear the same stories over and over and over.
You're really getting on my nerves today.
Good.
You.
Oh God, that's annoying. Okay, I'm sorry. I want to apologize to
All right,
our audience today. It's
yes,
annoying.
both of you, we are sorry.
Yeah, I won't use
this.
that
This has
anymore.
completely degraded into
It is.
nothing. We
Yeah,
actually
it's
we
very
were
annoying.
we were expecting to be chatting, with someone today, and so we decided not to prepare anything at all. So and we're pulling it off nicely.
Yeah, we are.
So far, we've covered nothing
No,
at all.
absolutely nothing.
Yes.
No, we're good at that.
Right. Well,
What can I say?
Yes, well, and I just mentioned utilizing the byproduct of the coffee enemas for some purpose. Perhaps other things that people throw away can be utilized for some end result, as it were. Maybe the drain water from a bidet.
Ugh,
Yeah, I've often thought about
that's very creative.
No, I would use it, recycle it, and make aftershave out of it. Call it aqua vulva.
Oh God!
I don't.
Today is gross, disgusting day.
Yes, well, you know what?
The Doc and Amy show.
Yes, this is pretty much what it's like at home.
Yeah, it is pretty much.
We have
It's
nothing.
a little
to
louder because the two kids are there, but
and we have microphones.
Well, we actually we let's be honest with our audience here. We walk around the house with microphones. We do.
You really are drunk,
on
aren't you? Jeez. Okay. If you would like to, call and give us some advice as to an alternative career outside of
Yes,
radio, since
please.
we have
Yeah, we're open
demonstrated
for
that
suggestions.
we're just not prepared for
No.
this. You can call us at 856-227-1360 and put a stop to this foolishness a little bit. You can also visit us on the World Wide Web at www, which stands for, by the way, the World Wide Web. And as you go on with that address, it's theDocAndAmyShow.com. We have a multi-page website there that you can
Multi-pages.
You
It's
can
not just one page.
Click and turn pages and
Yes,
look at
it's
things
amazing.
and contact us and do all kinds of things.
Cutting
Now,
edge.
Next week, we are going, and we have kind of tossed this around
Yes,
a little
we
bit.
have.
I am going to put on there a photograph, and we're going to have a caption contest. So there will be a prize. We're thinking of some kind of dinner gift card, something.
Maybe like a Doc and Amy business card. That would be an awesome prize.
I did a gift card for the Doc and Amy merchandise.
Show merchandise.
Yes, the Doc and Amy
Absolutely.
shop. Yes,
An autographed picture.
where you can get the T-shirt that we're holding at home for the lucky winner. But,
Yeah, exactly. Lots of excitement like that.
And we've written the Doc and Amy Show on it with a Sharpie.
Yeah.
So, that could be yours.
High
yeah.
quality.
Yes. If you just visit thedocandamyshow.com, very, very soon we're going to have
Yeah.
a picture up there that you can provide a caption for and perhaps win that prize. So, and we're going to escalate that foolishness as we go on. But this is our initial, our debut interactive competition for
Right.
those of you who are listening, and that is a huge assumption at this point. I
Yes.
think. So anyway,
Well, we shall see.
yes,
Yeah.
on the second page of the Doc and Amy website, there you can contact us. It's a little email thing. It's a very
Just
walks you
say
right through
hi.
it. Yes, just go on there and tell us what you think of this foolishness, and maybe we can chat over that latest phenomenon, the internet.
Yeah, and we will read, the positive comments and just delete the negative ones and completely ignore them.
Well, I mean, it's in true government fashion.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
So
I have another
please bail me
story.
out here. You're just sitting here staring
I have
at me.
another story.
Drink something.
So apparently, and people may have read this headline. Scientists in Paris announced, and I'm quoting here, the universe's true age revealed.
Well, that's interesting. Okay.
So it sounds like a happy story.
Oh God, here we go.
Yeah. But apparently the universe is pissed because Cosmos canceled its cover shoot. Yeah.
Well, you
so-
kind of need two universes to kind of squish up together.
Yeah,
to really
you
get a
really
Cosmo
do.
cover.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're saying that it won't appeal to younger viewers. That's just wrong. The things that are so true are so wrong.
That's right.
And my next story that leads me into that. So,
Okay, good.
So apparently, London's subway system gave Kate Middleton a baby on board sign, and you'll remember those, like people used to put them in their car windows. It says "baby on board."
And
Yeah. So for when she rides the subway, because we know she's probably riding the subway all the time. So not to be outdone, our very own Subway in the States, who sells the sandwiches, gave her a sandwich. And Jared, who was the famous spokesman, was quoted as saying, "I heard Kate had been craving a foot-long salami." Yeah. So he indulged her on her wish. So I mean, that was pretty nice of him, but, come on, Subway. It's only 11 inches. Let's be honest here.
Yes, that's right. They've been lying to us
come
all
on.
this time. Yes, their foot long
Yeah.
falls short of that mark.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does.
And
Yeah.
I think,
Well, that was really sweet of Jared, though.
well, to kind of incorporate the two stories, I could see him riding the tube.
Yeah.
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 Anyway,
That is also what London's subway is called.
yes. Well,
The tube.
Uh,
Very
that's kind of where I was
creative,
going with that.
Very
yeah.
futuristic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going down the tube now.
Yeah, really.
As we are on this show, the Doc and Amy Show. Please, someone call us at 227-1360 or just call 911 and have them come rescue us from this.
911. Yeah, that was just a joke. Don't do that.
No, but my headphones just went out again. Can you?
I can hear you.
I don't know what's happening.
What is going on? You have nice. He has the nice headphones. I have the yucky headphones.
Yeah, I think
It's probably the headphone jack more than anything else. Although the kids have been using your headphones, so that may be the reason why.
I'm yes, and I'm going to put a stop to that
Yeah.
now that they're intermittently operating.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. So,
Okay, so let's see. We've covered the tube.
Yeah, we have.
Coffee enemas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Subway sandwiches.
And that's as far as we go with review. We're not going to
Easter.
put you guys through that.
Yeah, no.
You know, having heard
We
it the
won't do
first
that
time,
to
you've suffered enough.
It's just wrong.
Yes. I don't even know if I have the will to live anymore. One of the things that I did find, and again, I snoped this. So,
yeah. I've been wanting to hear this.
Okay. Apparently, our very own monarch, Barack Obama,
Please.
actually travels with a food taster.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
And here's some excerpts of the things that I found. On March 20.
Is it Rosie O'Donnell?
No, he wants to have some left for his own use.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
got it.
yeah, that wouldn't work out at all.
Okay.
So as I fiddle with my headphones
No,
again
it's
here
okay.
to try to get some noise coming out of them. No, it says here that in a. Oh, thank you, Dolly. She's swapping the headphones. Okay, push it.
Yeah.
Push it all the way in. There you go.
There we go.
Push it hard.
Okay.
Okay, it's still. Look at this. I mean.
Yeah, we're having a little
All right, now
technical.
can you hear me?
Yes,
now
sort
I can
of.
hear me.
It's
All
in
right.
and out. Okay.
This is scintillating radio as always.
It is.
What? Now I'm quoting here. A March 2013 report about President Obama supposedly declining to partake of the main course during a lunch meeting with Senate Republicans on Capitol Hill because his taster was not present. Apparently, took many readers by surprise.
Really?
Yes. And Maine's Senator Susan Collins says, unfortunately, the president can't when asked if Obama ate during the lunch meeting. He looked longingly at it, Susan Collins said. He honestly did look longing at it, but apparently he has to have essentially a taster. And I pointed out to him that we were all tasters for him, and that if the food had been poisoned, all of us would have keeled over. So he did look at it longingly and remarked that we have far better food than the Democrats do, and I said that because I was hosting. That was from Senator Susan Collins.
But someone could have poisoned his food and not everyone else's. I mean, technically.
Missed opportunity.
Stop.
A U.S. taster tested the food being dished up to President Barack Obama at a dinner in a French restaurant, a waiter was said. It was the Agence France Presse.
Oh, that was fancy.
Merci.
Very nice accent.
Je m'appelle Français.
It's not as good as my
Je
Jersey
m'appelle-
accent, though.
I meant to say. What, now, are you losing sound here? It must be that
it's
side
our
of it.
splitter. I hate when my splitter breaks.
We'll get to that in a moment. No, I meant to say je parle français, but I said je
Okay,
m'appelle,
I'm
which
sure
means my name is France.
All of our French-speaking listeners will be calling in to complain.
Just the Canadians, and we don't care about
okay.
them. We
There
hate
we
the
go.
Canadians.
Yeah.
A taster was at a French restaurant, and he says, well, I might as well do it this way. They have someone who tastes the dishes, said waiter Gabriel de Carvalho from the La Fontaine de Mars restaurant, where Obama and his family turned up for dinner. It wasn't very pleasant for the cooks at first, but the person was very nice and very relaxed. So it all went well, apparently.
nice French-Canadian accent.
And let's see. Let's see. Celebrity chef Tyler Florence, whoever that is, had
It's on Food Network.
I don't watch that crap.
Oh, stop.
He made an outstanding meal at a $20,000 a plate dinner, a
Really?
fundraiser.
Huh.
And I'm kind of
What was it
paring this
fundraising
down.
for?
Money. And
Money. Oh, okay. Thanks for
let's see,
clarifying that.
Here's the menu. Florence created a complicated 6-course menu for Barack Obama.
Okay.
That included chicken fried quail,
Oh.
crispy fried pork belly, and squash and quail egg ravioli.
Ooh. I don't know. I might just try that. I mean, quail are kind of cute, and their eggs are probably even cuter. It kind of makes me sad.
One hunting trip, we got a great number of quail. We took them back to camp. And
Those are the ones that flew into the fence and died, and you just picked them up, right? You didn't
it's-
even
it-
have to shoot them.
It's all fair.
Yeah, okay.
We have the licenses. It doesn't say
Very
how you have to.
convenient.
I mean, you can just lure them to you.
Oh, okay.
There are no.
I mean, I'm all for that kind of hunting.
There's no requirement as to how you obtain the quail. Well, I guess there is. I mean, you can an atom bomb is probably frowned upon.
Yeah, wouldn't be too tasty.
But anyway,
either.
I got the one quail that still had a piece of buckshot in it and shattered
Your
a molar.
tooth. Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know what that.
Hopefully, President Obama didn't shatter his tooth at Tyler Florence's dinner. That would be bad.
Yeah.
I know you'd cry over that.
Yeah, it would be more apropos of his
It
head
would be
exploded
apropos.
or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, whatever.
Whatever.
Anyway, and I'm not condoning any harm to but don't get me wrong, it's just an opinion. So, go away.
Yeah, there we go.
But I was intrigued by that the president of the United States has a food taster like
Really?
Louis XIV.
Yeah, I wonder if any of the other presidents did.
Yes, they did, but I wasn't going there because I was going to pick on one at a time.
Oh, okay. No, I just never heard about. I mean, I heard about it in, the royals of yesteryear used to have tasters,
let's
but-
go further then. President George W. Bush at an inaugural lunch had a taster, but they mistakenly assumed that since he was a teetotaler,
Yeah.
that the mushrooms being prepared with wine, somebody was tasting them to see if there had been too much, if there was still an essence of that.
Okay.
But somebody goofed there because he will eat food that's prepared.
Now, what do they do? Do they take just like one bite off the plate, or do they try one thing off of each?
They put the president's plate in front of them.
Okay.
They reach in with their hands, take a big bite out of
No,
something.
I'm dead
They put it
serious,
back on the
though.
plate, and they wait for 30 seconds. If nothing happens, they spit it back on the plate and give it back to the president.
No, but what if he has like a steak or a piece of chicken? Do they just take a bite out of it? That's kind of weird. Don't you think that's weird? Like you get food in front of you that someone's already taken bites out of?
For George Bush, they had to have somebody cutting his meat for him anyway.
Yeah, really, yeah,
One
exactly.
missing piece would have
That's
gone
very
completely
true.
unnoticed.
That's
So,
very true.
yeah, so,
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Bush.
No, I don't. Isn't that just weird? That would be weird to me, for them to put my.
Oh, it looks like we have a caller.
Oh, I think we have Carla on the phone.
Well,
here.
you give it a shot. See, but
Okay.
she's actually on
Okay.
she's actually on Amy's cell phone.
Hello,
so
Carla. You are on the air. Hi. Can everybody hear Carla?
this is in high definition speakerphone.
It is
so-
high definition speakerphone. What's going on, Carla?
Hey, everybody. There's a big difference between 60 miles and 60 minutes.
Carla is here today to give us a lot of good advice and insight. So,
I once drove 60 miles to watch 60 Minutes.
I want coffee enemas, too. I want to come to your coffee enema emporium.
Well, it's
Tiny guys. I'm like, I think I'm close, but are you in this big town center thing?
yeah, we are. That's where we are. You just make a turn in.
Please don't tell people where we are.
Yeah, and you can see some cars parked on the right-hand side. 2 white cars were right in there, right
One
in
of
the
them
middle.
has a sign on the door
And we
that
will
says the
see
Doc
you
and Amy
soon.
Show.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We will see you in a few minutes, and now everybody can hear you sing.
Yes, please hurry because we're failing miserably at this.
Rescue you guys from all those news stories.
Yes, please. Thank you. Come help us. We will see you in a minute.
Right.
All right. Bye. Wow, that is the first for the Doc and Amy Show.
That is there. Well,
we had a caller on a cell phone talking on the microphone.
who was already a guest, so it really doesn't count
Right,
as
it
far as
doesn't.
the statistics.
But we will. It does for me. So
I don't know, Fernando. How are you today? I mean, we really haven't talked to you yet. I'm sorry.
Well, since you made me Spanish, muchos bene.
muchos bene.
That's Jack Benny's brother, right?
Yeah, I believe
That's
so.
like a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of
Rochester.
Italian.
There you go.
That's okay. I think it might be time.
Gracias, Mr. Benny.
It
No,
might
whatever.
be time to throw the monkey.
Throw the monkey.
Yeah, it's a screaming monkey.
There has to
slingshot.
be an inside twist.
Yeah, there has to be.
That's got to be code for something.
No, so this thing's
All right,
really
it's time to
cool.
throw the monkey.
Like if you need a cool gift for someone who has everything, it's a monkey, and he's got a cape on because he's a super monkey,
I'll be over here if you need.
and he's actually a slingshot, and you put your fingers in the little monkey hands. There's like little cups in there,
I'm glad
and you
that pause wasn't
slingshot
that long.
him, and he makes the monkey sound on ThinkGeek.com. It's very cool.
Here we go with another uncompensated endorsement.
Yeah, I know, really.
We'll never make a living at this.
No, we never will.
ThinkGeek.com is
It's
a
all
very,
free.
very cool website.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to do a free endorsement for Groupon right now. Because Groupon's got a really good Groupon up right now.
Uh-huh.
It's a Groupon for meth homes.
I see.
Yeah,
Meth,
half price on a meth home cleanup.
like crystal meth
Oh, yeah.
homes.
Yeah, Crystal Meth Homes cleanup. Yep. Half price.
Oh,
this
well,
week.
look, it's Carla.
You got to get the Groupon while you can, people.
Yes,
If you have
uh,
a meth home, totally, you need to go on Groupon.com
Yes.
and buy the Groupon. For
Hello,
meth homes.
have a seat.
Carla's here.
Carla has
Yeah,
arrived.
Da, 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 da. She came from a long way away. We've been
I'm not sure. We may have a caller on the line.
Oh my gosh! Oh no! Hopefully it's good news.
I don't know. I saw the phone. I saw him handling the phone. Is there a caller on the line?
We have Todd on the phone.
Oh, Todd's on the phone.
How did I
Does
know
even
that was
count?
going to happen? Okay, so we get Carla on the cell phone.
What if Todd was
We'll
on the
keep
phone?
Todd
What if-
on while Carla's setting up, and then he can stay on while she's playing.
What if Todd was gone? Okay, now here's the
There's
now,
a song there.
Okay, stop. If in case you missed it from our previous shows, Carla wrote a song, What If Your Butt Was Gone and What If Your Girlfriend Was Gone. She's kind of developed that into a couple of different things. Todd maliciously stole that.
He did.
And
highly
he
illegal.
did a rendition of that on our show called What If Your Beer Was Gone. Are you there, Todd?
I certainly am. How are you guys doing?
Are you drunk, Todd?
Please say you are.
I wish I were.
Amy's drunk enough for everybody.
He
apparently.
actually used proper grammar. That is really cool.
I don't
He
understand
said
how that
were
happens.
instead of was. But anyway.
I know. And the
thank you
song
for that,
is
Tom.
filled with was.
Yeah,
It's filled with
Right.
was.
What if your girlfriend was gone? I've had
Yeah.
many grammarians point that out to me.
Well, I'm gonna do a bit about grammar prison in a coming show. So
Oh.
What? Grammar in prison?
grammar prison.
Grammar
Oh,
for
grammar,
those
grammar prison.
for those who break the rules of grammar.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Anyway, Carla is with us. Say hello.
You can put that next to your coffee emporium.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go. Grammar
Yes.
prison.
Well, that's going to
Just
open.
have the whole strip mall.
That's right.
All
Well,
of your-
the next door to that will be
The Doc and Amy show.
a combination a Turkish smoking emporium and a fondue parlor called Hookah de Cheese. Anyway.
Who could to cheat?
Anyway, Todd, thank you for joining us. We love. Now we have a full plate here of co-conspirators.
Yeah.
And Todd, you're still there, I trust.
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I did want, because she's here in person and made the trek all the way here, I wanted to say hello to Carla, have her
Hi,
kind of
Carla.
introduce herself.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, see, that's proof. She's here.
She is.
This is not a recording.
So, Carla, I gave a bit of a little background as to some of the things you've been up to since 1997, since your parole. And no, I'm kidding.
From grammar prison.
Yeah, from grammar prison.
really.
Yes. We was in there a long time.
We learned to speak good in there.
Yeah, because we had that fried pork belly. Now, there is more here that I found under the singing patient.
Yes.
Apparently, there is a reason that you do the singing patient sort of thing. I don't want to give that background.
Any information
Not at all.
whatsoever.
No,
It's a mystery.
I don't. And we've lost Todd, haven't
That's
we?
it.
on us.
Singing patient.
He's
Click.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry, Todd. If you would call back, I'm trying to get the things established here, and so much is happening.
That sounds a lot like the crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
Anyway, this has gotten totally out of hand. You have a background as far as the patient part of that is concerned. That you're a survivor.
I am.
She is a real survivor, and tell us something about that. Give us some background as to how that came about.
Well, I was just minding my own business, eating junk food, and working 6 or 7 days a week.
Ooh.
And then next thing you know, I had all these weird symptoms. One lip would swell up, and one eye would droop. It kind of looked like a Picasso painting. And I'd wake up, my feet were real swollen. I'd have to take this long hot shower so I could stuff them into my shoes. And it took 2 years to get diagnosed. I went from doctor to doctor
my.
to doctor to doctor. And, of course, you're a hypochondriac, or we don't know, or, it's disease of the week, or here,
Yeah.
have some of my antibiotics or whatever.
Yeah.
And finally, somebody listened to me long enough to put it all together and told me it was lupus.
Oh.
So take that, House MD. Sometimes it is lupus. And but then I had to wait 3 months to see a rheumatologist. So I just kept
Oh, my
getting
gosh.
sicker and sicker and
Oh
sicker.
gosh.
And then when you do go get lupus, usually what they do is they put you on prednisone. Now, so the doctor's like, well, we have bad news that you're you're very sick, but the good news is we have something that can treat you. But the bad news is it's prednisone and it
It's
causes mood swings. And the good news is now you have an excuse.
yes. There you go.
The bad news is all the other side effects: weight gain, hair loss, osteoporosis, cataracts, diabetes, and insomnia.
Oh.
But the great news is your kitchen floor will be spotless. CDs will be in perfect alphabetical
Yeah,
order.
there you go.
You'll catch up on every episode of Law and Order.
There you
Ask
go.
your doctor if this torture is right for you.
So I wrote a song about it. You want to hear it?
I do.
Yeah, we do.
Please, yes.
It's only 51 seconds long.
Oh, there you go.
Well, we'll
It's
time it.
shorter than the introduction. You'll time me.
Yeah.
Is there another prison for that if I go over time?
Yeah, there is.
Yes.
Prednisone will make you get real fat. Prednisone will give you cataracts. Prednisone, it will destroy your bones. So take some prednisone, destroy your bones today.
Can we clap?
Well, sure.
Now she's out of 51
Yeah,
seconds.
Oh, I hate it when people clap.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm a performer. That's like why
great.
I get out of bed in the afternoon.
I hate the clap. Yeah.
Ready?
Let's see. Now I've forgotten the next verse of the prednisone.
That's your song.
Prednisone, short your bonus, take prednisone. Prednisone, your moods are up and down. Prednisone, your face is big and round. Prednisone will mess with your hormones, so take some prednisone. Spend your life alone today. Give it to your cat, give it to your dog, give it to your guinea pig. See him acting weird, see him eat a lot, see him getting really big. Take it for your gout, or if you got a bout of poison oak or poison ivy. Take it in a drop, take it in a pill, take it intravenously. Prednisone, you start with one complaint. Prednisone, now you've got 7 or 8. Prednisone, you could be dead, you know, so take some prednisone or pick your tombstone today.
Oh, yay!
Oh, righty then. Well, and thank you for that uplifting rendition
So
of prednisone.
depressing yet so fun.
Yes, yes.
That's
well,
me. You know, I've
like
met
an
some
Irish
folks they
wake.
call an Irish wake, exactly. I met a bunch of very creative people in this world called Filk, which is science fiction people who play music. It's like this sub.
No, wait a
culture,
minute,
Like under
wait.
the magma
Filk?
of that Filk. Yeah, somebody put up a flyer. They wanted to have a folk circle at the science fiction convention, and they made a
Oh.
typo, and it
Oh,
said Filk.
okay. I was trying to make
And
an
it just-
acronym out
me
of that
too.
for
Yeah.
science fiction
No.
folks that play.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
okay.
it just
Oh.
the typo just
Folk music.
stuck.
Oh, that's
so it's,
too funny.
It's folk,
Yes.
but it's not.
They were right
Filk,
next to
yeah.
the MILF booth.
Yeah,
Right.
that's great.
and which had a much bigger crowd. No, that was delightful. I enjoyed
And
that.
why did we bring up Filk? There was a reason.
yes.
So, oh well, it
Uh,
evaporated.
that
You know, you were
prednisone
just-
causes memory loss. So.
No,
Yes,
you
it
were
is.
saying to science fiction people, like you joined a group.
Well, I was hanging out with them.
Yeah.
Just filking around.
And it's gone. It evaporated. Okay, let's go back
I'm
to
sorry.
it happens all the time. So,
It's been happening here for almost an
Oh,
hour.
yeah, exactly.
you know, I noticed you have a cricket sound, but no rim shot. That's kind of like
Yeah.
all
And you
all
have
to
stick
get
and no
that.
carrot.
You know,
Yeah, yeah.
the weirdest thing about that is I've been a percussionist since 1968. I should have one on me somewhere,
you
but I
should
don't.
you should have an actual drum in here.
Yeah.
That would
With
just
an
complicate
actual
things.
stick,
Yeah,
yeah.
that would be something else she would bounce off my head.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
no, because I've been pounding duct tape
Says,
off.
yeah, says the one who throws duct tape at my
Wait.
cornea.
And you really want to have a drum set around when you have kids too. That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, they make enough.
Wouldn't
noise
make any
on their
difference.
That's
own.
a- That's an awesome revenge Christmas.
We might as well
gift.
have a
Like-
cannon. It wouldn't make any difference.
No, it wouldn't matter.
Well, I heard how you can make one for a tennis ball.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that sometime.
Very cool.
Now, I did make mention of the song that was pilfered from you by Todd.
Yes.
And I don't know if you wanted to,
I'll play a little bit of it.
Yeah, let's see what the
This
original
sounds
was
great.
like.
This is my big. I call this my big hit, and what I mean by that is I got my first piece of hate mail because of this song.
Hey, you know it's good.
I was just wondering, hypothetically, what would you do? Theoretically, if something should happen accidentally or medically, what if your girlfriend was gone? I almost said beer. Would you call me up? Would you write me a letter? Would you tie a message to your Irish setter? Try to get through so we could be together. What if your girlfriend was gone? If she disappeared without a trace and everyone looked all over the place, why do you have that look on your face? It's not like I have any plans. But if I were around and I could appease you and she was suddenly stuck with amnesia and never again would be able to please you, would you still want to be her man? Or would you call me up? Would you write me a letter? Would you tie a message to your Irish setter? Would you try to get through so we could be together? What if your girlfriend was gone? Now, I can see you're all wondering, you know what? Actually, why isn't this a big hit?
The best line is tying a note to the Irish setter.
Yeah.
That's,
well,
I love that.
I'm baffled too. I don't know why this hasn't
That's
hit
got
me.
Grammy
It
written
never
all
gets
over it.
old.
And it's got bad grammar, so it should be in country radio.
Yeah. It
And,
should be. Yep.
That would be the Grammy.
Or hip hop.
Yes. See, we're just waiting for our first Crumbie Award. I think this is going to do it for us today.
I'm here to help.
Or Razzie.
Well, as we were discussing, I got very sick, and I didn't want to be on that prednisone for stated reasons.
Yeah.
So I tried anything and everything, including coffee enemas.
Oh,
I
okay.
did do
We have a
coffee
veteran.
enemas.
All
There we
right.
go.
It was not my idea. A friend brought it up, and I said, well, if it's, I said, if it's your idea, so you're going first.
Yeah.
And I stood outside the bathroom door and encouraged her with like 1 little, 2 little, 3 little enemas.
If I see a can sitting outside that says chock full of nuts, I don't think I'm going in it.
Run.
That just speaks to no accuracy
Yeah, it
whatsoever.
does.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I stood out there. I continued to stand out there as she continued to give me a play-by-play of what was going on in there, and I sang on the commode again. I just can't wait to get on the commode again. Hope no one hears this music coming from my rear end. I can't believe I'm on the commode again. And it finally culminated in the colon. Soon we'll be making another run.
Oh, God.
I actually found out it's not helpful to be laughing if you're trying to insert something.
Oh, no. I can imagine.
think? Yeah.
Simple physics, actually.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, who was, and you were laughing?
No, she was laughing
I
at
see.
the songs I was singing.
I
You were
see.
actually
As she
singing the
was-
songs
I
while
was-
she was doing it?
Yes, of course.
Oh.
You never miss an opportunity to write. A lyricist always.
Oh,
Yes.
that's too funny. That would make great reality TV.
Well, and I tell people, there's a few tips if you want to do this at home. Don't waste your money on flavored coffee.
Right.
But most importantly, let the coffee cool down to room temperature.
Ow.
And
Yeah.
you're a very sensitive person if at the beginning of the process you go, oh, that's too sweet.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
It's not
1 or 2
too
lumps.
sweet. Oh, lumps.
Sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, I went at that coffee enema. I did that, and then I went on this macrobiotic diet. Have y'all ever done that?
Yeah. No, but I've heard about
Yeah.
it.
No wheat,
Yeah.
no dairy, no sugar, no
Yep.
caffeine.
Yep.
No reason to live.
Yeah, really. No
It's
fun.
not a diet, that's starvation.
Exactly. No friends. So that's when I got too thin. And that's when I decided to write a parody of my own song.
Oh.
You may recognize this.
Oh, yes, I have the album.
I was just wondering, hypothetically, what would you do? If something should happen accidentally or medically, what if your butt was gone? If sitting in a wooden chair felt like tax and you found you had nothing to hold up your slacks because instead of a butt now you just had a crack, something would have to be done. Would you write Dear Abby for advice in a letter? Put a cushion in your chair to make it feel better? Try to fatten up with brie and cheddar? What if your butt was gone? If your butt disappeared without a trace and everyone looked all over the place, why do you have that look on your face? It could happen to you. If that booty, patootie, that sweet derriere were now inexplicably no longer there, how soon would you miss it? How much would you care? What do you think you would do? Would you call me up? Would you fall to pieces? Would you make it the topic of your doctoral thesis? Trying to go out and find a prosthesis? What if your butt was gone? They actually make them,
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw one at Spencer's.
Oh, MG.
That's where I get all my medical devices.
That's great. That explains a lot.
I got it from my ex. I had to take the little seeds off the top. Never mind, go ahead.
Where were we?
Who knows?
Oh, well, a butt, as you know, could be curvy or flat, dimpled or pimpled, skinny or fat. Just like an opinion, everyone's got one. But what if your butt was suddenly not one? If something should happen, hypothetically, what would you do? Theoretically, if something should happen accidentally or medically, what if your butt was gone? Would you call me up? Would you start confiding how you tried to make it grow with fluorescent lighting? How you had to give up horseback riding? What if your butt was gone? Would you realize there's a good selection shopping for clothes in the children's section? Go to your closet and make a commotion. Take all your pants and throw them in the ocean. Here's the sing-along part.
Okay.
Okay.
Does your butt hang low? Does it wobble to and fro? Can you tie it in a knot? Can you tie it in a bow? Can you sling it over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Or what if your butt was gone?
Yes, thank you very much.
Yay.
All right, that's bits and pieces of traditional music in there as well. You are such a creative individual. Thank God for you.
When my kids hear this song, it's all over because this is the only thing they will sing for the rest of their lives.
Right. There's at least 27 butts in that song.
Yeah.
And the youngest, the lion's share of his vocabulary has something to do with the word butt.
Butt cheek. That's like his favorite word.
What is he, like 3?
He's no.
Yes.
No, he's 24.
He's 10 going on
10.
3. Yeah.
Love
butt
it.
cheek.
Love it. Well,
Butt cheek.
me too.
Yeah.
And my husband hates poop jokes and butt jokes, so I do them all the time.
Just to bother him?
Because he's Italian,
Yeah.
he's got these giant hands, and he's always waving his hands going,
Yeah.
what is wrong with you? And all that does is just egg me on, of course.
yes,
You know
that's
that.
just bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he knew the first week we met. We were at this camp thing with the songwriting retreat, and somebody found some underwear in a tree. I don't know what that was about.
Sounds like my neighborhood.
I said, well, maybe they could identify it by the skid marks, and he was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, but he knew the first week we met.
Yeah. He knew right away.
Poop jokes, fart
Were you
jokes,
guys
butt
at the
jokes,
Filk Festival?
No, it was a
The
folk.
Filth Festival, yeah.
It was a typo.
Yeah.
There was a folk. That was an actual folk festival.
And, if there are going to be typos with that word, I think people should kind of do some proofreading
Yeah,
before they put the
really,
banner
it could
up.
get ugly.
Yeah.
It could be.
Could have been worse.
It could have turned into Woodstock.
Yeah.
This is delightful. We have,
It's
we
really
finally have
fun.
some talent in the room, and this is Carla Ulbrich, who is a musical genius, who is delighting us with.
Who drove a long way to get here.
Who drove 60 minutes in 60 miles in 60 minutes.
Yes.
No, I
Or
didn't
something.
make it. 60 minutes. You can't get 60 miles or 60 minutes in Jersey. That's
Non-Jersey.
a pipe
Nope,
dream.
it is.
My car won't do 60, so I can fully understand
It never
that.
has a chance
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Jersey.
Yeah.
My car, somebody asked me to describe my car, and I says it does 0 to 60 today. That's pretty much it. Yes, it's
No,
pretty.
it's funny. You go on Google Maps and it'll say like 35 miles, 36 minutes.
I'm like,
Or you'll say like to someone who doesn't live around here, oh, how far away, do you work from your house? So about 20 miles. Oh, that's not bad. It's like, dude, it
hour and a
takes an
half.
hour and 20
Totally.
minutes for 20 miles. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, if I'm lucky.
it's
Yeah,
opposite.
it's bad.
I'm from South Carolina, little Clemson.
Oh, yeah.
Small town, big school, small town.
Yeah.
And one of my musician friends was staying with me when I was living down there. He goes, how far is it to the post office? I said, 5 minutes. How about the grocery store? 5 minutes.
Yeah, everything's
I
5
gotta
minutes.
do it.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Like
5 minutes.
you,
5 minutes.
Yeah.
5
you
minutes.
live in the hub of the universe,
Yeah.
basically, right there in that town.
Yeah.
Like whatever you need. 5 minutes.
Yep.
Yeah, my
Airport, that's another story. But
Yeah. Yeah.
That's next door. No, I grew up in a town in Indiana. So what first came to me, and that was the worst part about trying to survive in the state, was that the roads, there's no straight road anyplace.
And the roads change names
Yeah,
as the road goes along.
They've paved buffalo trails, basically,
Yeah.
and old Indian footpaths and stuff like that. And in Indiana, everything's square. You make 3 left turns, you're right back where you started.
Yeah.
You're not lost anymore.
Yeah, that's New
Yeah.
York City. Yeah.
And here, a road can have 7 different names. Like Berkeley Road changes into Mantua, Blackwood Road, which changes into Blackwood Road.
Atlanta's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it's like-
Atlanta has 21 streets named Peachtree.
Oh my gosh.
What drunk person made up that
Yeah,
map?
that's not really smart.
That's
You
It's
could literally
horrible
be
around
on the
here.
corner of Peachtree and
And Peachtree.
Peachtree and
Yeah.
still not be on the Peachtree.
Tree. Yeah, New Jersey
I
driving
just
is so
don't
bad.
know how this that would I'd just be
I pulled-
immobile
When I
for the rest
first
of my life.
moved there, I just pulled over and cried.
Yeah,
I can't do this.
And wrote a song.
I wrote a song about
The
it.
Beach Tree song.
Well, I tell you, I want you to feel fulfilled for having been on the Doc and Amy show.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have something that you can deliver like in a minute or so that we can get that put in for
A
you?
lot of 1 minute songs. Let me see. Here. I'll do my Cram Fest. I'm going to do 3 songs in 1 minute.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
In an orchard in California, when 2 oranges were combined. The stranger's needless because they're seedless, and they called them clementines. This is for people who know traditional music. Buffalo Gals.
Oh yeah. Come on.
I went for a bite to eat, chez petite, down the street. I ordered what I thought was exotic meat, and this is what I learned. Buffalo wings aren't made out of wings, made out of wings, made out of wings. Buffalo wings aren't made out of wings, and they're not made of buffalo. Okay, and
It's
finally,
a mystery.
this is,
Yeah.
we all will relate to this, I'm sure. It's for anybody who has to share a refrigerator with someone else.
Oh.
If you want me to pick up something next time that I go to the grocery store, put it on the list.
Oh, yes.
Instead of putting on the Ritz.
Exactly. Put the Ritz on the list.
Yeah, there you go.
Honey, would you get some detergent and some milk and eggs? I said, here's a pen. Put it on the list. Are we up to a minute yet?
You're hovering. Go
I
ahead.
love this song.
Wonder if we need a tube of chapstick, paper or plastic, if we want to use it or eat it or write it down. Don't make me repeat it. Just put it on the list.
Put it on the list. Excellent.
put it
Thank you
on
very-
the list.
See, and that was the mini medley. Very creative.
That is my favorite song ever.
All right.
Mommy, we need Bubba. Put it on the list. Oh my God. For the rest of my life, I'm going to sing that.
But see,
I love it.
it doesn't work at our house because we have an individual who lives in the refrigerator.
Yes.
Essentially, he comes out to go to school and gets back in there, and all he does is just chew.
He has a bed
Yes.
in there. He just eats
Pac-Man.
and eats. This
Oh,
kid, he's
he's-
like this big and he eats and